April 13th, 1970, 200,000 miles from Earth. Three men are flying inside a spacecraft the size of a small car. They are further from home than any human being has ever been. In 56 hours, they are supposed to land on the moon. Instead, in 9 minutes, they will be fighting to survive. This is the real story of Apollo 13, told through NASA's own recordings. 9:07 p.m. Mission elapsed time, 55 hours, 54 minutes. Astronaut Jack Swigert flips a routine switch to stir the oxygen tanks, a small maintenance task done dozens of times before. Then, a bang. The whole spacecraft shudders. Warning lights flood the control panel. Master alarm. Swigert keys his radio. "Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here." In mission control, the room that had been quiet for hours suddenly comes alive. Telemetry data spikes. Oxygen pressure in one tank falling to 0. Flight Director Gene Kranz leans over his console. His voice is flat, controlled. "Let's everybody keep cool. Let's solve the problem, but let's not make it worse by guessing." Nobody in that room yet knows it, but the moon landing is over. What begins now is the greatest rescue in the history of spaceflight. The cause was almost invisible. A damaged wire. Insulation scraped away 2 years earlier during a routine test on the ground. When Swigert stirred the tank, that bare wire sparked. In pure oxygen, even a small spark is catastrophic. The explosion blew off an entire side panel of the service module, visible later in photographs the crew took as the damaged module drifted away. Within minutes, the command module was losing oxygen, power, and water. The spacecraft built to take them to the moon was dying around them. There was only one option left: abandon the command module and use the lunar lander, built to support 2 men for 2 days, as a lifeboat for 3 men. For 4. The lunar module Aquarius became the smallest, coldest, most crowded survival capsule in history. Temperatures dropped near freezing. The crew rationed water to a few sips a day. Then came a new danger: carbon dioxide. 3 men breathing into a module designed for 2 meant the CO2 scrubbers were being overwhelmed. The air itself was slowly turning toxic. With no working guidance computer they could risk using, Lovell had to align the spacecraft manually, using the Earth itself centered in a small window as his only reference point. A fraction of a degree off course, and they would skip off the atmosphere and vanish into space forever. On April 17th, the crew climbed back into the powered-down, freezing command module for re-entry, the only part of the spacecraft built to survive the heat of atmospheric entry. Then, radio silence. Re-entry blackout normally lasted 3 minutes. This one lasted 6. In mission control, the room held its breath. Then, static broke on the radio, and the voice of Jack Swigert. "Okay, Joe." 3 parachutes appeared over the Pacific Ocean. Splashdown. All 3 astronauts came home alive. NASA would later call Apollo 13 a successful failure. A mission that never reached the moon, but proved something more important. That with enough ingenuity, even a dying spacecraft could be brought home. Every line of dialogue in this video comes from NASA's official mission transmits, now in the public domain. Next episode, the assassination of Julius Caesar, hour by hour. How Rome's most powerful man ignored every warning on the one morning that mattered. Subscribe so you don't miss it.